that would be very crucial given the current circumstances. We all know that currently there are many things that are shifting all around the world globally. So the global scenario is very volatile and it keeps changing, right? We cannot expect it to remain the same all through. So we have seen in the past decade, we have seen that US is a very popular destination amongst all students. UK has been on and off with its popularity, but what with the recent changes in the US, what we see is that there has been major shifts in political decisions, and as a result, we are now a little apprehensive about the entire situation. We don't know what to do. Should we go? Should we not go? Should we study in India? Should we study elsewhere? And such anticipation, such apprehension is quite normal. I mean, everybody is processing this information, trying to make decisions, and it's not easy. So my 2 pence on this would be that try to understand the current scenario, because we cannot predict what's going to happen next year. We have to go by what is there right now. Now, when we are making a decision to study abroad, we are definitely looking at return on investment, which is a big thing, looming large, So when we are spending so much, we want to understand what our returns are. And when we want to understand what our returns are, it is mostly in terms of stay back and how long we can stay back, how long we have to look for a job, and then we find a job, and only this job can give us the actual returns. This is how we think. Now, let's look at the stay back scenario for some of these countries. We know that US has 1 to 3 years of stay back, depending on whether your program is STEM or non-STEM designated. UK has 2 years, Australia has around 2 to 5 years, and European countries, it may vary between 1 and 3 years, right? Some of them do not have stay back at all, like Switzerland. So most of our decision has been driven by these stay back options and the opportunity to stay there, soak the culture, soak the work culture, get involved in work, get some employment, and then decide what to do. We may even decide to come back and work here. Further on, we may decide to stay back and immigrate. But US, this is especially about US, it has become a little problematic to decide what to do, because it is not the best of times for immigration in US. We all know that by now. So, my 2 pence about this would be to stay flexible. Do not just fixate on one destination, because things will change. That is the nature of things, That is the nature of our life. That is the nature in general of things. So do not fixate on one destination. Look for alternatives, because anywhere, you go anywhere and you perform well, you will get the ROI, okay, or return on investment. So it's not just that if I can't go to the US, I will not find employment elsewhere. No, that is not true. It is all dependent on your performance. Many people come and tell us that, US has such a vast job market, which is true. But then they also say that, it's hard to find jobs in UK and it's hard to find jobs in Australia. Well, it's hard to find jobs if you don't perform well. And that is true even for US. But if you perform well, you might even find employment, in the nearby areas. If you're staying in London, it's not necessary that you have to find a job in London. You can venture out of UK also. You can go to Scotland and find a job. But it's all dependent on you, your performance, and how well your curriculum has prepared you. So that's why it's very important to understand what you're studying, what you're getting into, instead of focusing on, the names of universities, their ranking and all. Now that is a separate topic, which I've dealt with previously. I'll deal with it later on also. But it's advisable to choose your universities very wisely, not depending on the destination or the location, but depending on the curriculum and what you're getting out of it, what skills you're developing along the way, and how you're applying your skills. These are most important when it comes to a global job market. Now let's say worst case, you do not find a job, you've gone to the UK and you did not find a job, you've gone to Australia, you've not found a job. So the next best option is to come back to India. So you would say that it will take me ages to get back what I have invested in. If I had to come back to India, why would I go there? No, that is not true. India is progressing in leaps and bounds now. So even if you have to come back, your international exposure will already give you this pedestal, which will make you very unique, stand out from the remaining population, and then you will be able to find better jobs, better positions, and according to the position, your salary range would also be higher than many others. You will have those extra skills, and most importantly, you will have that exposure to diversity which big companies now are looking for. So then you can give them something extra, and naturally your return will also come in extra. True that if you earn in dollars or pounds, you can definitely pay off your loans more easily. But then it's not like if you study in India, you cannot pay off your loans. You can still do that. You'll find good employment because you'll be very unique amidst many others, right, who do not have that skill set. And the knowledge also counts. The way things are taught abroad, that is very unique, they're very different, it's very hands-on. So that will train you completely to be in the industry. And even if you're carrying out research, you'll have additional sets of skills. I do not mean to demean the institutions in India, but we approach things in a very different manner. Perspectives, I'm talking about perspectives. So the way universities abroad approach it is a little more hands-on. So naturally you'll have some additional skill set, and I'm not saying that people trained in India do not find a job. They also find a job, they are also doing well for themselves. But do not think that you cannot find a job in India. No, you can find good jobs. You just have to know where to look. Okay? So that's why I'm saying stay flexible. And flexibility is key. Resilience is key in the modern times. Anything can happen, anything can change. But look out for the right options, look out for the right choices for you. And then only you will be able to do well. So that was my suggestion, that was my point of view. If you have anything else to say, if you beg to differ, please comment below, and also please let us know if you want more discussions of this kind, anything in particular that you're looking for. We would be happy to hear back from you. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing this video and for hearing us out. We will come up with more in the future. Bye.